Code Select.
Hey, what is up guys, Harrison here from the National Gaming Crew, and I'm back with another video on my laptop, because I can. No face cam this time, like usual. But hey, we're here. And you know what, since a special set of Pokemon games are coming out pretty soon, that being Sun and Moon, in case you couldn't tell by my beautiful wallpaper, I decided that I am going to do a Let's Play. And I mean, if you want to join me on this Let's Play, I'm going to show you how to make your very own template on the Let's Play. I'm sure not many of you will want to join me, but you guys get what I'm saying. I'm teaching you how to make a Pokemon Moon Let's Play, or really just any Pokemon game. This can be done with any Pokemon game. It doesn't really matter as long as you follow these steps. And well, this tutorial is mainly for people who can't really afford to buy a capture card for the 3DS, but still want to post content to YouTube, like myself. So why don't we go ahead and get started? So first of all, you're going to want a blank canvas. This is what you got when you open Photoshop. By the way, Photoshop is recommended. Any other place is kind of like not sketchy, but any other kind of app does not work as well. You don't get as good results as you do with Photoshop. So let's go ahead and minimize this thing and search up something. So Pokemon Moon, I like to have a little royal blue background. I love this little animation it has. Do you see that? He just tucked his head away. Okay, back to the video. So royal blue abstract background. Here we go. So here's where I got mine, just off of Google Images. Make sure it's somewhat big enough so it doesn't show up all pixelated. This is the one I will be using, but I have already downloaded it. So my PC battery is running low. I will be right back when I'm done with that. So my computer is plugged in now. We should have no further interruptions unless somebody comes home unexpectedly, which, may happen. So I've already downloaded this spot, but if you haven't, you're gonna want to right click on the image, of course. Why? Okay, I told you, I jinxed myself. Okay, I'll deal with you later. You're gonna want to right click on the image, go down to save image as, and then click that, choose where you want to save it, and here's the thing in full view, I guess. Okay, so since I already have that, I'm gonna open up my folder, and I really do recommend you make a folder for all this stuff, just because it gets really annoying trying to find them. So what you're going to do is you're going to have Photoshop open at the same time. You're going to want to bring down the bring down the size, and then go to wherever you saved your image. As you can see, there's a lot of my photos here, and you want to drag it into Photoshop. Now, as you can see, it's very small, but over here it actually does not appear too bad, which is really good actually, considering how small it was. Where'd it go? I didn't save the transformation. That's why it happened. You got to make sure you save the transformation before you switch tabs. That's a disclaimer right there. Okay, so you're going to want to drag it up in whatever corner you want, and then just kind of open it like that. Alright, so done. And you know what? It doesn't look that bad. It's a little pixelated. You can probably see that because I'm using the Elgato to record rather than my actual computer screen. But it doesn't look half bad, honestly. So next thing you're going to want to do, you're going to want to look up a picture of Lunala or whatever your legendary is. I mean, or just whatever Pokemon you want, really. Now I'm going to choose Lunala because I like Lunala a lot. So it's all good. I like Lunala. There you go. You can choose any one of these pictures. Make sure it has a transparent background with no watermark. Anything with a watermark is a no-go. But I did find this one, which is DeviantArt, and I do believe, yeah, I'm gonna credit this guy in the description. I'm gonna put everything in the description, all the links in the description, everything, except for Photoshop. I can't exactly do that. Now you could choose this picture, the same one I chose. You could choose. Well, you could choose, if you're going to have a white background, then I guess I wouldn't worry too much about it. Could choose this one, kind of looks like a Noibat, which is pretty cool, but I don't want to choose that one. I want to choose a picture that looks like it's real, you know, something a little Ken Sugimori like. Here it is. I've already done that. You guys know how to download it. So I already have it again. So we're gonna go ahead and go to where we downloaded it, drag it. Is it not here? I don't believe I put it here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, you guys will just follow the last step I had for placing the other guy, the other person, the other photo in. Just follow those steps. But I am going to go to Lunala in here. I'm going to duplicate the layer. Okay. Lunala copy. I'm going to move it over into the other image just so, you know, it's over here. It's nice and comfortable. Why am I dragging that part? Definitely don't want to grab it in the center. Okay, so we're going to drag it over here just for show for right now, just to put it aside. Alright, next thing you're going to want to do, you're going to want to find a picture of a 3DS that matches your color or, you know, that matches your style, I guess. So with me, you guys know I have that new 3DS XL, the black one. Black new 3DS XL. So what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to find a picture of it, a good picture, and you know, just find one. I don't remember where I found mine. Black new 3DS. I think I just typed in new 3DS XL. Front view. Okay, and I used, not that one. There's one I used. No. Come on, where's the one I used? I did use the red one in my original, but I'm not using the red one now. Okay, no one's home. Alright, too many interruptions today. That's okay, though. That's what I get for living with my parents. I mean, I'm only 16, so I don't really have much of a choice. But anyway, what you're going to do, you're going to find your photo. Let's go ahead and just choose this one. We're not going to download it. Does it have a transparent background? Yes, it does. And you're going to download it. And then, I know I have this one in my folder. Did I close the folder? I think I did. Here it is. I know I have my picture in the folder. I have two of those. One of them isn't transparent. This one is, though, I believe. Okay, it is. And then you're going to want to maximize it. You're going to want to do that. You're going to want to the max. Okay, so you're going to want to center it, kind of, like perfectly. Okay. And then hold shift when you're resizing this thing so it keeps the same ratio. Keep the same aspect ratio so it doesn't get, like, ultra warped on you. There we go. So click shift. Now you're going to want to try to make it kind of go all the way to the end, all the way to the top. So that way you can get the most footage in that you can without completely making it terrible. Okay, so my one over here is a little smaller up, and I didn't save. Gosh darn it. Always messing things up, aren't I, Henry?
Yeah, sometimes.
I mean, he's not wrong, so. Okay, so we're going to try this again. Do it in one take. Perfect. Okay, we're going to center this. There it is. And make sure you click the check mark to apply the transformation, and look at that. It automatically, you know, sharpens it up and everything, which is what I like about Photoshop. That's the one thing I really do like about Photoshop. Let's go back and check over there. There you go. It looks pretty good. We may want to resize Lunala a little bit just maybe towards the end of the video. But we're going to go back to Google again, search up a picture of the game logo. It's Pokemon Moon for me. Images. Oh, that's news. Whoops. Images, and I believe this one, please IGN. You don't have it? Okay. It's going to take a while to find one that fits your profiling that you want, that fits your requirements. Logo. If you just search logo, that may do it. That may be okay. Perfect. So, right? Yeah. So this one you're gonna want to download, or you know, anyone with a transparent background is going to be ideal for you. So then we're going to go back, and we're going to drag that into there. I know I have this one. No, I don't. It's in logos. There it is. Is it? Yep. Here it is in logos. right here. So we're gonna drag it into there. Go back into full screen. You guys can already tell we're gonna be doing a lot of stuff. So you're gonna put it in the corner. It's okay if it overlaps with 3DS a little bit, as long as it doesn't get into the giant rectangular area, because that's what we need the most. We need that space to be clear. Okay, perfect. It's in the same spot as the last one. All right. So next, what you're gonna do? Why don't we go ahead and move Lunala actually? Lunala copy, and let's just move it down a little bit. Just a little bit, just a little bit, just to give some room for any kind of text or anything. And before I go into making all the boxes and everything, I'm just gonna start out with the the text, nice and simple. All right, so the text I like to use is the text from Batman Forever. And I think it's already selected. Yeah, Batman Forever alternate. So we're just gonna go. It's automatically capped all the time. Let's play. Let's play. Yay! And of course you can always resize it just like any normal kind of font thing. And what you're gonna want to do is drag it in front of Lunala and the 3DS. Oh no, that's behind. Okay, so right there. Okay, cool. Then you're gonna want to left click on it, or right click, and then go to blending options. And we're gonna go to stroke, and the color is purple. We're gonna make it about, with text you usually want to go about 3 to 4 pixels, maybe 5. So okay, now let me check and see. Okay, it seems about right. You're gonna want to go back, and to get that shadow effect, you're gonna want gradient overlay, so it looks shaded, and then drop shadow, which I believe, yes, I already have everything set up. So angle 90 degrees, opacity at 100%. You really just do that by yourself. It's all you. That's all you. So there we go. We got the basics down. Now comes the more difficult part. So a lot of this video you're gonna want to pay close, or a lot of this part you're gonna want to pay close attention to, because otherwise it's just gonna be kind of crazy. So you're gonna want to go ahead and choose the rectangular marquee tool. So I forgot what it was called, and only use this tool for right now for this purpose. Okay, so you're gonna want to get to the corner of your 3DS. Get real precise. Gonna click, make sure it's all lined up and everything. It looks like it is, and then drag it. Oh shoot, I'm going all over the place. Drag it to the other corner. Okay, and then what you're gonna want to do is hold on. Yes. Okay, hold on. I am skipping a step. So then you want to click the eraser. Please no, please no. Hey guys, so at this part of the video I forgot to re-record everything, or forgot to put my voice back in, so you're just going to want to pay attention real quick. And so we're going to go ahead and go back to the rectangular marquee tool. Make sure to select the 3DS before doing this. And we're going to go ahead and make a precise notation as best we can. And we're going to drag it all the way down to the other corner. We're going to let go as soon as we get there. Come on. There we go. And now we're going to select the eraser tool. And we're going to start. It'll say this object cannot be edited before processing, or cannot continue. I don't know. But anyway, we're going to click yes to rasterize and start erasing the whole part. So, and then the good thing about this is that anything outside the rectangle will not be erased along with it. So as you can see, we're going to have to do that with the background image too. Click yes to rasterize, and it's gonna go smoothly. Now for the bottom screen, I'm gonna go ahead and super speed this so you don't have to go through the whole spiel again. Sorry about that, I totally skipped everything. My sound just, I forgot to turn on the sound, and I'm very sorry, but you guys I'll put subtitles there on telling you what to do. I'll probably even speed that part up. Maybe that's why I didn't have the sound on, you never know. Because that part can be very tedious and you have to pay close attention. I know speeding it up probably isn't the best idea. But anyway, so here you go. You have your two transparent 3DS screens. So that now you can, to play your 3DS. Yeah. And if you want to stop there, that's okay. But something I like to do is put the Pokemon slots on there. But we are going to just kind of fix up any infractions that we have in here, like one I thought we had. Okay, we don't. Sweet. It just looks like there's a little blue tint over here, but maybe that's just me. Alright, so we're going to go ahead, click out of that. Alright, so now what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to click no, not the gradient tool. Where'd it go? Okay, rectangular. Oh, the rectangle tool, right here. And what you're gonna do is, create your slots for your Pokemon. So, it doesn't really matter where it is. Doesn't really matter how big it is. Just make sure it fits on the screen, And right there, perfect. And that's the default color for me. It may be different for you. It may be black for you, but that's gonna be okay. This isn't even gonna matter anyway. We're going to go ahead and press the double arrow to close that. And what we're going to do here first is we're going to go to Let's Play. We're going to go click on the text that we just put up. We're going to go copy layer style. Then to finish it off, we're going to go right click on rectangle 1 and paste layer style. That should give us that same purple border. There we go. There it is. Now I'm not sure if it's the same thickness or anything. Let me just check real quick. Okay, yeah, everything is the same. You just have to be careful when erasing it because you could actually erase the rectangle itself. So we're actually going to go ahead and edit the blending options for this to make the border a little bit thicker. The stroke, there you go. Okay. And don't worry about the drop shadow right now, or the gradient overlay. And you could drop it if you wanted, but we are going to do that later. So I think maybe at 10 pixels, opacity 75%. That looks pretty good. It may be bigger than the current one I have. Yeah, it's a little bigger, but that's okay. That's no problem. But I'm going to show you guys what I mean before I go ahead and continue copying all this. Okay, so if you get real precise with this, you're gonna have a bit of an issue. Okay, so this is the only one this is the only part I really have a problem with when making Let's Plays like this. And this is just the way I do it. You can do it another way. Doesn't matter. But I'm gonna go ahead and click the eraser tool to erase the inside. It's gonna rasterize it again. But yeah, we don't want that. So we're gonna go ahead and go back to Edit, Undo Eraser. And we're going to actually go ahead and click out. And what you're going to do, you're going to want to zoom in again. You're going to want to get real close. You're going to want to get the two prongs that create the right angle and make your own right angle. So that way it doesn't get all the way onto the screen. And everything will kind of line up the same as long as you do the same over here. And then now you can erase it without it being erased, which brings on a cool effect too, because it kind of keeps the borders and everything, and it keeps the same color too, which is good because who doesn't want that kind of color. So there's your first rectangle, and that's usually going to be your starter rectangle. And I make it this way. I make it like this because it's there's not enough room for 6 Pokemon to have on one side, so I had to bring the starter slot over a little bit, and I had to bring the starter slot over here just to make room for the other 5 Pokemon that are down here. So there we have it. There's our rectangle, and it may be a little smaller than the other one. I'm not quite sure. It looks like it is. Yeah, it's a little smaller, but that's okay. The size really depends on you. I'm not going to go ahead and redraw it just for the purposes of the tutorial, and we're going to go ahead and put some text on here. Starter. And the thing is, you don't have to keep all caps with this. It's always capital. It's always capital letters, and that's okay. It really is okay. It's gonna be fine. You could put it down here. I think I'm gonna do that. Put it right about here. That looks good to me. And then we're gonna go ahead and copy or paste the layer style because it's already set up for us. And there you go. So there's your starter slot. And I mean, you can put whatever Pokemon you want in there. It doesn't have to be your starter slot. Maybe your favorite Pokemon. You know, it's all up to you after this tutorial is over. So, and then one other thing I like to do is I like to put a question mark in there, and you know, make it bigger. 96. No. 150. Yeah, okay, that looks good. 150, we're going to go ahead and move it around. And the reason I do this is because it's not that big to begin with, because it's just a little question mark. So that seems good enough. Go ahead and paste the layer style. Okay, so the question marks just act as little holders for me, which is something I like to do. Just so I can remember, like, oh, I got to fill in this guy this week, you know? Or today. Okay, so a neat little trick that I like to use is, you know what, we can actually make this bigger. Let's go ahead and make this a little taller. Maybe. And then a little wider. And we can actually move it. Okay, let's go ahead and move starter too. I'm just fooling around right here. I know I said I wouldn't edit it, but that's okay. Okay, and then make sure Lunala is behind everything, because you don't want him getting in the way. Make sure your 3DS is in front of everything too, because like, there we go. Because I mean, you want that thing all the way up there, so that way nothing gets in the way except for, never mind, just leave it in the same spot. Don't mess with it. Don't do anything. Keep it behind. So, next thing we're going to do is we're going to move that question mark to the center. And that's how big the starter slot should be, because it's your Pokemon that you chose. Alright, so now a neat little trick that I like to do. Let's go ahead and go back to the rectangle 1. We're going to go ahead and duplicate that layer. Certainly. We don't have room for another Pokemon, and I'm going to see what I did over here just to, okay, yeah, literally just shrink everything. Okay, so let's go ahead and shrink rectangle number 4. Done. Okay, so you see we have 5 slots on this side. Now that's not exactly the size I was going for, but that's gonna have to do. Okay, that'll work. So next thing you're gonna want to do is, you know, label this side. Like, what are these things over here? Obviously, they're Pokemon, so we're gonna label them as such. Okay, we're not going to go about 150. We're going to go about 72. I can actually, you know what? Okay. So for the accents, I actually have to go back on Chrome and look up real quick. So we'll go ahead and look up how to do the accents, just for the heck of it. Come on. That's the wrong one. Alt key codes. There we go. So acute, so that little E, 0233. Alright, Alt 0233, Alt 023. So let's go ahead and go back. Okay, there we go. Sweet, I actually have the name now. Okay, let's go ahead and move that over here. And really, you can actually rotate it if you wanted to. So that way you can make it bigger and put it on the side or something. But I'm not going to do that just for purposes. I guess you could. This is about as close as I can get to the original. But that's going to be okay. It's going to be fine. Yeah, actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and... Okay. Let's go ahead and move it down here. Can I rotate it? I certainly can. There we go. Let's rotate that thing 90 degrees. You know what, that's actually not going to look so good, so let's go ahead and cancel that and bring it back up here. So that's going to be okay. And, well, really up to you if you still want the placeholders in there, if you just want a blank, but yeah, that's really how you do it, and, you know what, it's pretty cool, in my opinion. So we're just going to go ahead and keep copying and pasting the question marks in the center of the, that's the wrong thing. And while you guys get the gist of it, I'm just sitting here copying and pasting everything. But, yeah, okay, so we're going to go ahead and make one more. Duplicate layer. Yeah. So, here's the thing, guys. I'm doing something special for you guys in light of Sun and Moon. And no, it's not going to be a Sun and Moon giveaway before you guys get super excited. I wish I could, honestly, because I love to give back to you guys, but it's just, I can barely afford the game myself. And the equipment that I'm buying to help me record this with this template. Now, I will be giving away this template, the one I just made for you guys. And I mean, it's going to be to about 5 people. So, you guys just gotta, all you have to do is, you know, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment on why you want it, and, you know, this isn't a necessary step, but if you want to go ahead and follow me on Twitter and Instagram just to keep up with everything. So, I will be choosing the winners when the game actually comes out, just to give you guys more time. And you know what? That's actually it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I just said to subscribe for the giveaway. Okay. Well, really subscribe. It's up to you whether you want it or not. Especially if you want more content like this, because I try to do stuff like this every chance I can. Hope you guys have a great day, have a great weekend, and well, I will see you guys next time.
Gold select.